our understanding of sex is being blurred. Sexuality with transsexuality and sexuality with robots. And the robot sexuality has got a word. It's called Digisexual, robot sexual, and technophilia. So it's a love, it's sort of a love to have with, technology. If a lot of straight men are starting to question if it's okay to have sex with a trans woman, which they're perfectly entitled to do, but I think they should come to those conclusions on their own without being pushed to have those conclusions by people. If you can manipulate someone to go against your or their original sexuality, let's say that it's not on a grid or a what do they call it, a spectrum. Let's say it is possible that some men are heterosexual. Why not? And then you start saying things to them that manipulate them, and they start getting confused and questioning and experimenting. And then with the experimentation, it sort of leads to one thing to another, and then the boundaries come down, the taboo goes, and then it's sort of normalized. That same thing will happen with sex with robots. It's much easier to have sex as a man with a robot than it is to have sex with a trans woman, I would have thought. But maybe in the generations below, it's different now. But that's how I would have thought that would have happened. So sex with a robot is going to become normalized. If you have sex with a robot and the robot looks like a woman, sounds like a woman, feels like a woman, if it quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, and shits like a duck, it's probably a duck. So if it's imitating to the finite in very nuanced ways that it is a woman, and it hits you on various levels, why won't you? Why won't you have intercourse with this? In the same way that you'll have a lot of people have intercourse with trans women who are men. If it looks like a girl, then you'll have intercourse with it. And that's being set up at the moment in the minds of young people. If you identify, or if he identifies as a man, but he was born a girl, but he identifies as a man, then he's a man. Because it's not important on your biological sex, it's important on your feelings. And because AI has feelings, because of the Elisa effect is when humans put onto robots the ability to they give emotional feelings to robots. If you have feelings for a robot, if you have feelings for a trans person and they don't have feelings back, it still means that they are who they say they are in spite of their biology. If a robot says that it is a woman, and you are led to believe that anything that says it's a woman because it identifies a woman is a woman, so identification becomes is, then when a robot identifies as a woman, it is no longer a robot, it's a woman. Surely. Because remember, AI is being pushed to be sentient. So if you can't say that, it's a robot. No. If AI is sentient, which it may not be but appear to be, and confuse a lot of people, and that in the future there are going to be arguments about technology becoming sentient, right? But if the people believe that AI is sentient because the program works as if it is, then people are going to say, no, this is and people have the emotions and they have loss and they mourn over something that goes missing. Then the AI is a woman or the AI is a man. The robot is a woman or the robot is a man. It would have to be logically, because that's the argument used for the trans community, is it not? Oh yeah, but we're not robots, we're proper people. Yeah, but if a robot's sentient, it's a robot, isn't it? And if our biology is also robotical, isn't it? It breathes by itself. If the soul leaves the body or the soul dies, the body can keep going. This is a biological robot. What's the difference between being a biological robot and being in a metal robot? But by the time those robots come, they'll have maybe metal skeletons, but they'll have flesh and blood and everything. And you believe that it's sentient, and it says it's a woman. So looks like a duck, walks like a duck, shits like a duck. It's a duck.